My brothers, regain your consciousness and seek ye thy kingdom and his righteousness. To him who perish, this is foolish.
Happy Native American History Month. I wanted to say something so important about how important that it is to show solidarity and celebrate Native American history and the culture. Definitely. And shouts out to all of our ancestors that sacrificed their lives, not sacrificed in a way that it was voluntarily, but that died because of colonialism, just so we could be here. I'm honored, and I want to thank my ancestors on my Black side and also my ancestors on my Indigenous side, which is a path that I have been growing in and looking into the family tree, and also waiting on my blood test results and stuff. It started to look like I am related to a few different tribes in Virginia. The Mahurian tribe, Nottoway, Saponi, maybe Halawa Saponi, we'll see. And I just wanted to give honor and respect to the indigenous people and also talk about the racism that is still coherently happening in this country. Why are white women and just white people in general dressing up in indigenous Native American attire and acting like they are Native American for a freaking class? Let's not even just the Halloween nonsense. The Halloween nonsense is just stupid. Stop using other people's culture so you could dress up. You don't see me going around dressed up as, like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what I would dress up as that I know would be offensive. I'm not going to wear someone else's culture just for a night. It's just disrespectful. But this goes to a wholly, totally different level. So this lady right here, this lady decided to dress up as an indigenous person, and use a lot of stereotypes within her display of whatever the hell she's trying to talk about. She's a math teacher, by the way, and it's just weird. Just check this out. Check this out.
California teacher is now on leave after this video went viral. The teacher appears to be explaining SOHCAHTOA, a term used to help memorize trigonomic functions, often criticized when paired with offensive Native imagery. In the more than 2 minutes of video, which has now been viewed by millions online, the Riverside teacher is seen in a headdress made of paper feathers with imaginary tomahawks in her hands, hopping around the room and screaming. The video was filmed by a student in the class, according to family friend Akale Brown, who then clipped the video and uploaded it online.
How is that student doing? The
Listen
student
to what this lady
is very
said.
concerned, actually, for the well-being of the teacher. He's actually said he was happy that it happened to him. We're glad it happened with someone who was able to digest it instead of internalize it and go home and hurt themselves.
At one point, the teacher is seen jumping on top of desks and stomping before sitting atop her own desk and calling out to the, quote, water goddess.
Because obviously this is ridiculous.
We think of Native people as existing in these primitive past tense stereotypes.
Elizabeth Ellis is a Native woman and history professor at New York University.
And if you are expecting Native people to be running around in leather and feathers, it's hard to think of them in the contemporary moment. And this actually really limits our access to political power and to be taken seriously as Native people.
Neither the teacher nor the school where the incident allegedly occurred responded to NBC's request for comment. In a statement posted online, the Riverside Unified School District said, quote, "These behaviors are completely unacceptable and an offensive depiction of the vast and expansive Native American cultures and practices." The district says the teacher has been placed on leave as they conduct a full investigation.
I hope that they do some re-educating and that they make sure that something like this never happens again to a Native student.
All right, Priscilla Thompson joins us now on set. There are a lot of things confusing about that video. I think one of the main ones is it's not even a history lesson. It was a math lesson or a social studies. It was math, which is completely
Is Priscilla
baffling.
Thompson
But you
indigenous?
spoke to a lot of experts and
Why?
some advocates. and
Why
they
isn't
think
there
something
indigenous
positive could actually
people
come from this
represented
incident?
on this platform right,
Right. They
here?
think this could be an
Like, they
opportunity
showed a
to have
video of the
constructive
interview.
conversation around
All right. All right. So anyway, that happened. Wow, that happened. That's not cool. That's not cool, homie. Fuck you. And the school basically has not given a proper response. They suspended her instead of having her be fired. I think this is something you should lose your job for. And the reason why you should lose your job is because you did something very offensive and very disrespectful to a culture that you are not familiar with. And if you were familiar and then you knew somebody that was Native American and you told them that you was going to do this, you probably would have been told, don't do this. And that probably would have saved your job. But no, I'm pretty sure Becky only knows who she know. And the kid, I feel so bad for the kid because the kid that was recording, the kid was a Native American. And you know, like that got to be insane. Like imagine, for instance, with me, like if I saw somebody, there's a guy that likes to wear, he's a white guy, of course. He likes to wear the Afro wigs and the dashikis and stuff like that. And whenever I see a picture that this happens, my fist balls up. So I'm just like, bro, like this is not right. It's not right. Not a good look. And the school needs to do better than this. The school needs to be held accountable because they are not really doing anything. A suspension, okay, she's going to come back and right, she still keeps her job. And I get it. There's a teachers union. The teacher union is very powerful. But these are type of things that the teachers union should be more prepared to give the correct consequences with, instead of all of a sudden we're going to do an investigation. I understand you got to do an investigation, but that just sounds like stalling to me. Bro, you don't need to do an investigation at this point. Why? We have it all on video. We see her with the costume. We see her with saying the nonsense. We see her going around yelling and stuff, acting like she's Native as if that's what Native people actually do. It's very racist. This is a racist situation right here. So that I just needed to react to that because I was just shocked, honestly. And thank you everybody for listening. Have a very nice day.
My brothers, regain your consciousness and seek ye the kingdom and his righteousness. To him who perish, this is foolishness.